8 weeks ago, you sat exactly where you are right now. And I asked you one question. I asked you one question weeks ago. Why are you here? And you wrote your whys in the comments. You wrote 2 names. Tonight, I want to know what happened. Okay. Not to the business. I want to know what happened to you. Who were you 8 weeks ago? And who are you tonight? Welcome, and let's have a celebration. Okay, Assalamu alaikum, namaste. This is Sriman Japadas. Welcome to our final week on closing with conviction. Okay, congratulations to all of you who are still here, who have finished week 8. Okay, and for those who have not, please look into all the videos that I made. Okay, those are all for you. So I want you to type where you're coming from, what city you're coming from right now. Have you been here? Have you attended all the weeks of video recording we had? We had an exciting week, okay? So today, right, we would like to find out who you are becoming, okay? Let's celebrate every single one. Take your time here, okay? Look at those words, because that is not a comment section, okay? This is a room full of people who chose to grow. And that's the intensity we have, that we all chose to be here right this moment because we all want to grow. Because every one of you showed up week after week. That is not a small thing. Don't look at that as a small thing. That is actually everything. Okay, that is the beginning of a great commitment, because everything starts with a commitment. Now, most people think success is a destination. They think it's a rank, a check, a title, something you arrive at and then rest. But I want to offer you a different way of seeing success. Success is not a destination. Success is a discipline, a daily practice. Celebrate it often, daily, share generously. You do not arrive at success. Okay? And stop doing what got you there. When you succeed, you don't stop. You sustain it. You protect it. You pass it on. That is what tonight is all about. Not the destination of success, but it's about the discipline. How are we going to sustain the flame of success? So please type discipline below. Right? I want this to get into your head, because success is not a destination. It is a discipline. Type discipline, discipline, discipline. Okay. So before we get into the disciplines, okay, before we get into the details of disciplines, I need to say something that most people in network marketing never fully understand. They never fully understand the product, that the product is not separate from your business. It is your business. When you consume what you sell, you believe what you carry. When you believe what you carry, your testimony becomes your close. The conviction of closing becomes natural. When your testimony becomes your close, your team duplicates that belief. And nothing could defeat that belief. And when your team duplicates that belief, the network sustains itself. There's no need for push. That is the loop. Consuming equals believing, and believing equals closing. Closing equals duplication, And duplication equals a legacy. It begins with what you put in your body, and it ends with what you leave in the world. So please type loop. Consuming, believing, closing, duplication, legacy, type loop. All of these are important points for you to remember. Okay? The daily disciplines is really what matters for you to be successful. Because every top earner I have ever met always has a daily discipline. Not a monthly plan, not something inconsistently done. Not a yearly goal, a daily non-negotiable discipline. Non-negotiable. Here are the 5, and I want you to write all of them down. Then commit to one starting today. Okay. What is that? The first one is the morning declaration. Before you check your phone, before you speak your identity out loud to anyone, who am I? What am I building? What it matters? Why it matters? Those are all important questions you have to be answering yourself every morning, because you are programming the instrument before you play the music. Do it before the world speaks to you. Wake up early and start your day this way. One income, producing action, because every single day, regardless of how you feel, one action that moves your business forward, okay? One conversation, one follow-up, one post, one checked in. Feelings are not a prerequisite for action. Action is the prerequisite for feeling ready. You don't need to feel good to take action. Feed your mind. 20 minutes a day. Read a book, a teaching, a master class. Okay? Invest in yourself. The person you are becoming reads what the person you used to be would not. Your mind is a garden. What you plant in it grows. Number 4, pour into one person on your team every day. Not to push them, not to recruit them, just to see them. Okay. How are you? Ask them. How is the family? Okay. Connect with them. People do not leave businesses. They leave when they feel unseen. If they don't feel any connection with you, there's no purpose for them to continue communicating with you. Be the leader who sees. And number 5, gratitude before you sleep. The lasting thing your mind processes before you sleep becomes the first thing it processes when you wake up. So end every day with 3 things you are grateful for. In your business, in your team, your life. Because gratitude is not just something spiritual. It is a strategy. Strategic. What you are grateful for, you attract more of it. So type in 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which of the 5 disciplines is actually missing in your life right now? Type that number. No judgment. Commit to one starting tomorrow. Okay. Each one raises 2. And this is the legacy I would like to teach you tonight. Each one raises 2. What does that mean? You don't need to sign up a lot of people. It's not about signing up thousands of people. Okay? I simply ask you to write 2 names. 2 people you committed to raising. Tonight, I want to know those 2 people you have in mind. Where are those 2 now? What are they doing now? Are you following up with them? Have they started? Have they had their first conversation? Have they closed someone? Have they found their whys? Because you're responsible to make sure that they find their whys. Okay? Because if they have, then the most important thing that happened in these 8 weeks, the most important thing was not your growth. It was their growth. Why is that? Because each one races to. It is not a slogan. It is not a hashtag. And I've been talking about this, because a way of leading, a way of living, a way of leaving something that lasts you. And now I want you to make one final commitment. The 2 you raised will raise 2 of their own. And those 2 will raise another 2. On and on and on and on and on until what started in this room tonight becomes something none of us can fully see yet. I've done this 30 years ago. I just signed up 2 people, but I raised them. And today we're around the world. So type together. Everyone type together right now. Each one raised 2. Flood your comments. The screenshot, I want it flooded. And remember this point. Each one raises 2. And before I close this week, I want to leave you with something that I want you to carry longer after tonight. And what is that? Success is not a destination. I'm going to repeat this again and again. It is a discipline. Success is a practice, daily practice you do. Okay? And you should celebrate it every day, often. Everything you do every day, you must graciously celebrate it. Because the gem was always inside of you. 8 weeks ago, you could not fully see this. And I wish tonight you saw it. That the click, begins in you. May the click inside you clicks, because your only job is to let it shine for your team, for your 2, for every person who has not found their gem yet. Okay, you are not just a network marketer. You are a gem of wisdom. And gems illuminate everything around them. And this is what you should become as a leader. So my call to action tonight, our call to action tonight is, before you leave tonight, I want 3 things from you. Make a promise. 3 things I want from you. I want you to share this live with your 2. Not tomorrow, tonight. I want you to share them this video, with your 2. Write your 5 disciplines. Circle the one you start tomorrow. 3, drop 1 word in the comments. And that word that defines who you are. Choosing to be from tonight forward. Not what you were yesterday, but what you have become starting tonight. Read every word aloud. Celebrate each one by name. This is not the end. This is only the beginning for us. This is the beginning of you now that you would like to choose to be. This is the only beginning. Because weeks that pass, we began something new. We're going to start a new network marketing masterclass with 6 deeper weeks, the inner game, the magnetic prospecting, personal brand, leadership who build leaders, residual income, architectural network marketing, and the living legacy. This is what I would like to continue with the masterclass. Watch this space. The link will be in my bio. I'm going to start promoting this training that we're going to be having. And I'm still going to give you this training for free. No one can empower you. Only you can empower yourself. But tonight, you became a gem. And gems change the rooms they enter. And that's the kind of leader I want you to be. Each one raises two. I will see you in the next chapter of our class. Okay? Masterclass Network Marketing. I'll see you there. Thank you very much for being committing to this 8-week training that we had. I hope you've enjoyed the class I put together the last 8 weeks. Salam alaikum. Thank you so much. Namaste. And good evening.